Good morning. It's Tuesday, July 28th, and still here in Lenoir City, Tennessee, which is 50 miles from Knoxville area. But anyway, we're heading. Today's a big day. We got 4 locks and 230 miles and a fuel stop that we got to hit. So a lot going there. And one of the locks is by appointment only. And so fortunately I'd reached out to the lockmasters yesterday, a little too late. Normally they appreciate a little bit more notice, but talked to Matt from the Corps of Engineers, and he was wonderful in helping coordinate resources to get people there, because normally it's not staffed. The lock is not used that much where we're going on the Clinch River. And but nonetheless, he kind of got things coordinated for us, and we're going to be able to lock. So yeah, thanks, Matt, and looking forward to a nice riding day here. So yeah, our Uber's coming, and our first lock is just a mile away. They open at 7, so we had to wait. One thing that's interesting is we did cross over into the Eastern time zone, and so now it's dark, even though it's 6:30-ish. Nah, it's not even that. It's probably 6:10, but it's still dark. However, it, of course, stays lighter later. So we had to kind of adjust our schedules a little bit. The lock opens at 7, and we'll be there right when it opens. So what do I carry with me every day to the hotel? This guy has clothes, toiletries, computer bag, including a lot of electronics for recharging. This is pretty much all electronics, 360 camera and batteries for it, and all the USB charging cables, flashlights, a lot of electronics in that bag. That stays with me. And okay, I need to switch bags because this is dumpy looking, but the plastic bag is what immediately needs to be tucked onto the ski, such as the actual 360 camera, a battery for charging during the day, my cardo unit for my helmet, so things that immediately as I get to the ski, that bag gets emptied, and it's just handy to have it separated from the others. That's what I carry. That blue bag is it's pushing 45-50 pounds, and those are maybe 20 pounds. And we're off. Goodbye, Fort Loudoun Marina. And heading over to the Fort Loudoun dock just a mile or so away. This is what the route looks like. We're over here right now. Gonna run the Tennessee River, then the Clinch up and back, and then the Tennessee River back on down to that's just a fuel stop. We're actually going to go a little bit further down to our Island Cove Marina that we were at. So there's the marina, and there's the lock. It's just right there. While we're waiting for the Fort Loudoun lock to open, just taking a little breather here, resting against the bags and watching the sunrise. Oh yeah. Wake up! Wake up! There might be water coming your way. Wake up! Pay attention. It's gonna be a long day. Gotta get that sunscreen on. Fort Loudoun lock doesn't mess around. They're dropping us quick, which is nice. It's nice and steady. I was just noticing the different shape of these gates. Normally they're kind of a flat angle to them, but this one's got a curve to it, kind of like a dam would. Tennessee, which goes that way, but the Clinch River goes this way. That's the way we're going. About 65 miles up Clinch. Now the Clinch keeps going this way. When we originally came up, we went and did the Emory real quick, just to knock out 18 miles, making today a lot shorter. So that 4 miles there, that was a little bit of a repeat, but now we are in virgin territory for us. Haven't been on this part of the Clinch. Made it up to Melton Hill lock, and this is the lock that we had to call and make an appointment for. This is the one that it's not staffed. It's very rare that tows come up here, but they do keep it open so that occasionally once in a while there's some tows that do make it up there. So we got to run it. The lock is managed by the Corps of Engineers, but the river is managed, I believe, by TVA. That's pretty cool. This is the water that's being discharged out of the lock. Oops, sorry. They blew the siren. They're like, hey, we're going to be discharging water. And there's our worker up there, lockmaster. So he had to drive from... well, I don't know exactly where from, but normally this is not staffed. So they had to send somebody just for us, which was very cool and very much appreciated. So I learned that because the lock is not used very much, they keep it at a medium pool, not all the way up or down, and they leave this going all the time so that the fish have kind of a circulated water. Keep them going. That's cool. Well, I know I've called some of the other rides earlier where it's just flat, and I called them heavenly. Well, this ride right here, this is just a dream. A little bit of a haze, and it's just very dreamy. It's wide open, and it's nobody on the lake. Very dreamy. Another Calhoun's on the water. It's like the third one we've had that been next to. Coming into Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Well, that is probably where the tows go. We're about 3 miles from the end. And that is the Clinch River, but it gets shallow up there. It's the end of our river. It's the end of our run. We're about mile marker 66. If anyone cares. And so now we just turn around again and head back down. Maybe a little break, huh? The water is so green and emerald, certainly compared to the brown we've been in. Made it back to Melton Hill, and they ran somebody up here again to let us in, opening the gates. Very much appreciated. I think this is the first waters, the first river where we can actually see to the bottom. Like, it's not brown and muddy, it's actually a little clear. And relative to the Mississippi, a lot clear. Done with the Clinch, now back on to Tennessee, going downstream. Okay, made it to Watts Bar Lake and called the lock about 20 minutes out. They turned it around, got it ready for us, and out we go. We got about 50 more miles to our Island Cove Marina. Well, we made it. Island Cove. 250 some miles and 4 locks. And it was hot coming in, and windy and choppy and generally unpleasant. But at least we're able to manage, yeah, wind in the eyes, huh? At least we're able to manage, 35 mile an hour pretty much the whole way. And that's a thing of beauty. So now we've got Steve, who is our host tonight. They're gonna come by and grab us and take us to his house. Yeah, I'm in my host's house here, Steve and Helene, and this is what they look at every night.
It's our pets.
That's your pets. They come down and
Don't have to walk them.
yeah.